Joining us now is a very special guest. It is former Notre Dame big, current member of the Perth Wildcats and the Australian NBL, Mr. Double Double himself, John Mooney. John, thank you so much for coming on today, man. It's honestly a pleasure.
Oh man, I'm excited to be on here and get a chance to talk to you guys. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
So, John, I got to get one thing out of the way. When we interviewed Bonzi, I told him he was my favorite player ever. I lied. You are actually my favorite Notre Dame player ever. So apologize to Bonzi for me.
My man.
Yeah, when we were trying to get you, Reed was like, he was geeked out. Like, he was fanboying, like well deserved.
The boys
were
buzzing.
Yeah, he was buzzing a little bit. First question for you: how sick is Australia?
Dude, I'm loving it, man. It's cool. It's the weather's awesome, pretty close to the beach, so it's sweet. The basketball's going well, and we're winning, so can't really complain with that. So I'm loving it, man, for real.
Yeah, I noticed that you won an NBL Cup. What is that?
So it's basically like a like a mid-season tournament kind of. It was the first time they've done it over here. It's kind of because of COVID. They put everyone in like one venue, one hotel, and it was kind of just like a free-for-all tournament. And we came out on top, and we got the rest of the regular season gearing up towards playoffs here for the rest of the time here.
Gotcha.
So you got bubbled?
Yeah, dude, we got bubbled, man, like the NBA.
How was that?
It was all right, man. A lot of Uber Eats, a lot of just chilling, playing COD with the boys. Nothing,
Absolutely.
Nothing too fancy, man. But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
So you pretty much were in the NBA.
Kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so John, also got to get another thing out of the way. How does it feel to be the most criminally underrated basketball player in Notre Dame history?
Dude, man, the thing about it, like, obviously, we didn't win as much as I wanted, in my time there. So looking back on it, that's definitely something that I wish, we could have changed and done better. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
But I don't think people realize, like, this is Zion Williamson in the same league and you're leading them in double doubles. Like, I just don't get how this went under. Like,
I don't either. It was just the media was just like, oh, Zion.
We had season tickets like your whole career, so like the whole time I was like, can we please look at John Mooney? If you go through my Twitter feed from like 2019 to 2020, it was just me spamming about John Mooney after every Notre Dame basketball game.
Dude, I love that. Nah, for real. Like, I mean, my time at Notre Dame was great. Like, I loved it, and I wouldn't change it, for a thing. And just looking back, like, wanted to win more. So that's definitely something I wish I could have, changed,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's much more you could have done in your last two seasons at Notre Dame. You averaged 14-11 and then 16-13. Like, did you know you were dominant going into a game, or did you just look at the box score after and you're like, played really well?
I mean, a little bit of both. Like, if you're feeling it and you're cooking, then, you're probably feeling pretty good. And then, I would just try to get all the boards that I could. Like, just thought every shot was going to be a miss. So I would, try to get all the rebounds that I could.
That's like, so how there's like football guys? That's a basketball guy mentality.
That's the big man
Every
mentality.
shot's a miss.
Exactly.
Every shot's a miss.
We mentioned Zion. I don't want to kind of stroke his ego any more than it already is, but how scary was it guarding him?
Yeah, bro.
Like, he's a freak.
Don't stroke him. Don't stroke him. But nah, he's good, man. Like, an absolute freak. Just jumps out the gym fast. So, I mean, there wasn't much you could do, trying to defend him.
Yeah, I mean, I was at that game when they came to the Joyce and just, well, it didn't look real, to be honest.
Weren't you like 5 or 6 rows up or something?
Yeah,
like
we
that?
had pretty good season tickets, so that was a surreal experience. But it was like more surreal seeing John Mooney play every night.
I think John Mooney versus Zion 1-on-1. I think John Mooney wins.
Every day of the week.
Yes, twice on
every
Sunday.
day of the week.
Twice
on Sunday. But John, I noticed you have a PSG hat on. You a football fan?
Yeah, a little bit. Just playing FIFA. I don't follow it too much, but
Yeah.
obviously just play FIFA and stuff. The boys here, they're big into it.
Who's your team on FIFA?
Tottenham, actually.
Really?
Tottenham.
Harry Kane?
I know. Yeah, bro, you got it.
I play a little FIFA here and there.
Yeah, bro. So
It's a good time. It's so fun.
It's a great time, bro.
That is actually like one of my favorite sports games ever. Better than 2K.
Dude,
better than Madden.
We'll be playing, and especially my boy Nick Jogo back at Notre Dame.
Joe
The
Goat.
GOAT. But we would play, bro, and I can't, like, we ruined my senior year. I can't tell you how many controllers were broken. Like, just,
Okay,
'cause
I've
that-
broken
that
3
game,
controllers from FIFA. I've broken 3.
Bro, that game is so frustrating with like the graphics and like the animations that they have.
Yes.
Like, dude,
It's so buggy.
we're like throwing stuff, breaking stuff, bro. It's great.
Joe Goat's from Canada, so like he probably gets pretty into it too.
Oh, he loves it, bro. He's nice.
Yeah, I get more upset with 2K.
You haven't played FIFA competitively.
I guess not, but 2K makes you want to throw something.
Those 2K animations too, bro. That's
Yes.
So bad.
Cheese
so
everywhere.
bad.
crazy.
Speaking of Jogo, on your Instagram, there's a picture of you and your parents in the swamp when you visited Florida. Nick Jogo commented, "Shawty in the middle bad." Do you have any comments on this?
Bro, that guy is something else. Like, yeah, I mean, that's like he's probably like my best friend. So we always, just give each other shit about that. But yeah, that one was way too far.
So, I mean, come on.
I mean, if he's gonna talk like that, then
like with your parents,
I'm not even gonna. I was gonna say something. I'm not even gonna say it.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Nah, he's got an attractive sister. So
okay.
Wait,
but I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
You're not gonna say that he has an attractive sister. Okay.
No,
he would never
not
say
gonna
that.
say it. I'm
Okay,
not even gonna say it.
That's fair enough. I believe that picture was that your mom he was talking about?
That would be correct.
Okay,
Oh,
I
God.
thought so.
I didn't know who
so.
was in the middle. I thought John might have been in the middle.
No.
Okay,
I'm
that's
sure it was his mom when I looked it up. That's
here's
why.
the line. Here's the line. He just stepped right over it.
No, he
Yeah,
jumped.
dude, right
he
over it.
jumped over it. That was bad.
I don't know what'd you just do.
I hit the remote on accident.
Okay. Speaking of Jogo, though, I saw he just entered the transfer portal. And if he's like your best friend, you want to break his commitment on here?
Yeah, I have no idea, but we've been talking a little bit. I mean, not to sound like too political or anything, but I really do think he's just like keeping his options open.
Yeah.
He obviously wants to keep playing, so I think he wants to go somewhere where he can show out a little bit and kind of do his thing. I have no idea where he's going to go. I don't think he knows, but I know his phone's been blowing up, so that's a good thing. And hopefully he can go somewhere where he can play well and continue his career.
He seems like such a good team guy. Like anywhere would be happy to have
Exactly.
Jogo.
No,
Like,
dude, he's the
room.
man. Like,
Yeah.
nah, best locker room guy. I mean, didn't have probably the career that he wanted at Notre Dame, but there was never a day where the guy didn't come in, work hard, and be like enthusiastic. And then I was so proud and happy to see him kind of cook towards the end of his senior year and do his thing. So no, he's the man.
All right, so a little Notre Dame talk. I'm going to set the stage real quick. It's November 21st, 2019. You're sick, but you managed to pull through and pull down 15 boards versus Toledo. As someone who makes it into the journalistic circles, like we're members of the media,
like
technically.
Big J's.
We're Big J's. I couldn't help but hear comparisons to the flu game. Like everyone was buzzing about it. Like it was John Mooney's flu game, greater than sign, Michael Jordan's flu game.
Verbal meme.
Yep. Can you tell me a little more about that game? Like what was going through your mind?
Yeah, so I missed the game before that. I think we played maybe like 2 days before that, and I mean, it was coming out of both ends. Like, I did not feel good. The stomach was rumbling. It was coming out of both ends. So, I mean, it was not a good couple days. And then, just kind of got ready. I didn't play well that game at all. Like, I was 3 for 14 or something like that. It wasn't good. And then, luckily, we got the win. Big Nate hit the game-winning 3. Yep. It was crazy. So, yeah, man, that was a good game.
Flamethrower. Nate has absolute flamethrower.
He does, man. He is the flamethrower.
Now, I do have to ask, are you sure you weren't hungover? Because if you were, that's completely okay, but
Nah. It was not that.
Okay.
Wish it was.
Was it the first sign of COVID? Did you have COVID before COVID was COVID?
Dude, it could have been. No, for real, it could have been. My mom was like doing the math and all that. She was like, that might have been COVID. I was like, you know what? You might be right.
Wow. What a battle. That's an absolute warrior.
You are a hero.
Honestly. But I mean, like, you can go out and shoot with the flu. Grabbing 15 boards on a flu?
That's nuts.
That's not fun.
That's insane.
That's getting dirty with it, and that's just not a good time. So, John, also, too, so 2018 Crossroads Classic, right? You get done with your game. I go out to the concourse. I'm going to grab some nachos. This was maybe 15 minutes after your game. Little do I know, John Mooney is just standing in the concourse. Hold on, I'm getting the picture up. What were you doing? This was like 15 minutes after your game.
Dude, I was probably saying what's up to my parents and my family. I don't know. I think. Is that you?
Yeah.
That's lit, bro. That's dope.
Dude, that was like, I fanboyed so hard. Do you not remember that?
Nah,
That breaks
I
my
do.
heart.
I really do remember that. That's dope. That's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that warms my heart. We used to sit by like our student. We were in like the parent section for our season tickets, so I used to talk to your parents all the time.
No, that's dope, dude.
I do have to call Reed out. Pull that back up real quick, Reed. Did you notice what jersey he's wearing?
Shut up.
That's a Bonzi jersey.
Shut up.
That's a Bonzi jersey.
What's up, bro?
Dude.
Yeah, but you want to say like I'm your friend. Make up your mind, brother.
I said some things to Bonzi that I don't fully believe. I would never lie to you. I promise.
All right.
Okay.
Can you put the logo back up?
Yeah.
I'm sick of this Bonzi jersey.
Ask another question when I get this pulled up. Okay, there it is. So I have my opinions. We all have our opinions. But in your opinion, who's the better John Mooney, you or the bluegrass singer born in 1955? And are you the same person?
Nah, yeah, we're not the same person. I've heard some of his music. That dude can rock, man.
Really?
I've never heard him.
Me either. I kind of thought he was kind of obscure, but
Nah, I mean, I would just see on YouTube. Yeah, man, he can rock.
Okay, our producer Eric in the corner by himself has a question.
Yeah,
that was pretty rude.
That was very
No,
rude.
I was just saying
Excuse
he's
me.
like kind of away from the camera.
That's not how I would introduce myself, but thank you. Eric, the producer here. When Googling John Mooney, the fifth result is John Mooney obituary. Can you confirm that you are indeed alive and well?
Yes, I am very much so alive and well.
It's good to hear. Glad to hear it.
Good question, Eric.
Next question.
Banger.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Do you feel robbed in 2018 when Notre Dame didn't make the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think we were like the last team out or whatever.
Oh.
I think it was Davidson. They like stole a bid because they won their conference tournament. So yeah, that was a tough one. I mean, yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, like I thought we were more than good enough to be in the field. Obviously, Bonzi went out midway through the year, and then he came back, and we were really playing well. We were balling. So yeah, I definitely thought we were robbed for sure.
Yeah, I think if Davidson doesn't have Steph Curry back in 2011, they don't get that bid. Honestly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it could have been.
Pure
it's crazy, man.
bias.
It really is.
Recency bias is a real thing as members of the media.
Oh yeah. Speaking of as members of the media, I saw that you said on Twitter that like you don't pay attention to your stats and everything. But when you're leading the league as in Zion, like when you're leading the same league as Zion Williamson and rebounds, there's no way you can't follow it. So like as non-official, official members of the media, like can you tell us that you used to like look at your stats?
So I mean, like you do, but like I mean, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, you do. Like here and there throughout the season, you'll just check up on it, whatever. But really, like this is gonna sound like the cliche answer. I really try not to get too caught up with that because like when you're playing and stuff, and if that's what you're thinking about, then chances are like you're gonna go south or you're just gonna not help the team because we've all played with guys who are just cared about getting theirs, and you don't want to play with guys like that. So
was that Prentice?
Yeah, I do. I do look at it, and I think a lot of people do, but try not to pay too much attention to it.
Who is that guy that paid attention to his stats?
Nah, man, we ain't going there.
I have one in mind. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
All right, but like, was it Prentice?
No, absolutely not. And then I'm not even talking about Notre Dame guys. Just like we've all been there. P Hub's the man, bro. P Hub is
really.
Like, that's my boy. Dude fed me on like a lot of my buckets. So no, he's the man.
There was a few times like throw a nice lob. John used to just run over to the crowd, just bang his chest. Boy, the crowd was buzzing.
Come on.
There have been rumors going around about you being the Australian Kevin Love. Can you confirm that these comparisons are true?
Hey man, Kevin Love's my homie. I don't know him, but I tried to, model my game after him. So that's good praise for sure.
You just answered our question. That was
going
to be one of our next questions. Is who do you model your game after?
Great answer.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was like younger, I would just watch Kevin Love, how he could score from anywhere and then just rebounds the hell out of the ball. So Always liked watching him play.
That is like such a good comparison too.
No, it's
Like,
perfect. It
yeah.
truly is perfect. So you said that Kevin loves your homie, but you don't really know him. That's like Justin Herbert to us. Like we don't know
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, but he's our guy. He's our
That's your boy.
Yeah, he's our boy.
We know deep down, and Josh Allen. We knew deep down, like if we ever met Josh Allen or Justin Herbert, like we'd be boys.
Yeah, we actually nicknamed Justin
Why?
Herbert.
Like
Chad.
why Justin Herbert?
I don't know.
So I picked him up week 2 in fantasy this year, and he went crazy for me. Like back when he like wasn't even starting yet. So I came.
All right, I'm doing that.
Big Justin Herbert guy.
I was a big fan of the flow too. That was miraculous.
Yeah, and then Josh Allen's our logo.
All right, I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
He's like the Jerry West of bootleg sports,
yes,
which is kind of like the highest compliment you can receive.
Facts.
John, why'd you change your number?
What do you mean? From
32
32 to 33?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I came, I was always 32. Like in high school and middle school, I was always 32. And then when I get to college, Steve Asturia was the captain at the time, senior captain. He was 32. So I was like, all right, no shot. I'm getting 32. So I just chose 33. And then, you got to keep it Larry Legend 33 as well. So that's another one of my homies.
You mentioned that you thought every shot was gonna be a miss, but when Steve Asturia was in the corner, did you just start walking down to the other end of the court?
Like you
it
can't
was a
offensive
bucket.
board for Steve
Like that was a
Asturia.
bucket every time.
Yeah, no, that's a bucket. That's automatic. 1, 2, 3 on the scoreboard. Automatic.
Baby-faced assassin.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like,
Just insane, dude. I remember I went to a game. I think it was against Virginia. I think it was against Virginia. He literally had he went 6 for 8 from 3 or something like that. Like every time down the court.
He's the man too. Like off the court, coolest guy. Like doesn't really, get caught up in all the social media and all that stuff. Just a cool dude. Keeps to himself and would be a dope guy just to hang out with. He's the man.
Genuine question: could he grow facial hair?
Probably
I don't think
not,
he could.
man.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
think
think
he
he
could.
could. Nah.
that sucks.
That's unfortunate.
As a big mustache guy,
It's like Eric. Eric can't grow facial hair, even if he wanted
I
to.
can grow a solid amount, thank you. Just saying.
That's the dude in the corner?
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Eric, you want to pop around real quick on the camera?
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Come say hi.
Come say hi. Just
sure.
do not knock any of the cords down.
I will not.
John, in the meantime, what was I going to ask? I had a question prepared.
Jumper question.
Jumper. Yeah, I saw in an interview that you said you got rid of the hitch in your jumper. Did you?
Come on.
I mean, I tried to a little bit.
This is Eric.
Oh man, little baby face.
I just can't hear it.
You said little baby face.
Oh, me.
Yeah. You do kind of have a baby
You do have a
face.
baby face.
I'll admit that. I can admit it.
It's like a baby.
All right, back to the corner.
Eric, you're the man.
Eric, you said you're the man.
Thank you. You're the man too, man.
He said you're the man too, man.
Dude,
My
this
boy,
is
man.
oh my God.
Eric!
Oh my God.
Did you take anything out? Can you still hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. He just knocked over a bunch of shit, so. Last time we had a Notre Dame guy on, we had some hockey guys on, and they just tore into Eric.
It was
So,
awesome.
This is probably a great moment for him.
Sorry,
Come on,
getting
Edie.
back
Come
to
on.
the
Yeah, hitching your jumper.
Yeah, I'm so sorry we got off track. But yeah, hitching your jumper. What happened?
So yeah, I mean, just this summer, I tried to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Obviously had a lot of time because, really wasn't playing any games or doing anything other than just kind of working out. So I knew I had a lot of time to smooth it out a little bit. And yeah, it feels good. I mean, the thought process was as the line gets deeper, the 3-point line, you can't really jump as high because everything's just going to be short. So try to just smooth it out a little bit.
I haven't been able to watch much Perth this year just because of the time difference, but that makes me sad. I used to love that hitch.
He's gone.
You just disconnect.
Eric.
Yeah, no, might be. Got that
No,
weak Wi-Fi out here.
No, you're good.
So we're
Hitch?
the
Yeah.
hitch. The hitch.
Yeah, so I mean, I just kind of
Right back into it. Real pros pro.
right back into it. Yeah, so I just kind of smoothed it out a little bit. I mean, the deeper the 3-point line goes, you just kind of have to shoot it smooth. You can't really jump as high, so I just wanted to smooth it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Do they play with the colorful ball in Australia like they do in Europe and stuff?
No, it's actually the same one that we played with at Notre Dame. But yeah, a lot of overseas countries do play with that weird ball.
Because I don't think anything is more satisfying
Than,
than
like,
seeing
Luka.
the white and orange ball like rotating.
Yeah,
and
Luka at
it was
Real,
nuts.
like hitting the three with that, looked nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's fire.
speaking of European ball, we interviewed Bonzi, who I'm sure you know is currently playing in Germany.
France,
I'm sorry.
it's Strasbourg, so it's a
sorry.
little ambiguous.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that was
France.
World War II territory that got cut up.
Big history guy.
Big history guy.
Anyway, he's playing in France. That being said, a lot of basketball players decided to go like the European route instead of like the NBA route. You just decided to up and go to Australia. Like, what was it that made you decide to go to literally a new world?
That's not a new world.
Yeah, it is. It's 12 hours
Yeah, I mean,
difference.
I would say like, yeah, a lot of people obviously go to, Europe and play there. And obviously there's been many stories of guys going over there and absolutely loving it. But everyone that I talked to who played in Australia say they love it. I mean, it's not too much different than the US, like obviously speaking English. So not going to France, speaking French, where obviously I can't speak French. So, like, I mean, it's pretty similar to, the US, and the league is really good. Obviously guys like Melo Ball went over there last year and played. So it's super competitive, and, we'll see what happens next year.
So, like, do you ever play against the Breakers?
Yeah.
Isn't that the team that Big Cat and PFT own?
Yeah, I think they have like part ownership. Yeah.
That's so cool.
What team does LaMelo own?
Didn't he bought the team that he played on?
Yeah, it's the Illawarra Hawks.
Oh,
Hawks.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That is pretty cool.
Okay, you can say you went to Australia because of the kangaroos. Like, it's okay. Like, roos are sick.
Yeah, bro, they're dope, little Joeys.
You ever see a Roo just like walking around?
I mean, it's definitely not like that. Like, but I've seen a couple. Yeah,
I was
Yeah, I've
thinking
seen a couple.
they're like deer. Like, you just like come across
That's
them
what I thought.
occasionally.
That's what I thought too. Like, you would just see it kind of in the neighborhood, but nah, it's not like that. Like, if you go to like a golf course or something, you'll see them, but they're not just chilling like on the side of the road or anything like that. It's not. I thought it was, but it's not like that.
Those are just like the venomous snakes and the spiders.
Yeah, and
on
the
side of road.
scorpions.
Yeah. Is it like
Yeah,
actually
bro.
like wild out there like that?
So if you go like the way I understand it's like Australia is kind of like America in land size, and the more in you go is the more like the more jungle and outback that you go. But if you're on like the coast, it's not too crazy.
Yeah, so it's like you can go to New York and you might see a rat. You go to South Bend, you're in the central, you're gonna see some crazy stuff.
Well, you'll
Yeah, right.
See, like, just imagine you just like wake up on like a nice Saturday morning, just open your front porch and like there's a roo, just
That'd be so
on
cool.
in your front lawn. That'd be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I love how you're just saying rude too.
We're down with the slang. Like on the outback. You ever
Yeah,
like
come on
develop?
now.
You start to like develop an Australian accent at all?
Does it sound like it?
No,
I mean,
not in the slightest.
I don't know. Maybe there's some words.
I do say like how we say dude and bro and man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what's up, dude? But like, we kind of rotate. Like, yo, what's up? What's up, legend? What's up, bro? Like,
Legend.
I thought they say a lot.
they say that, but they say mate. Like, mate is
Yeah.
every single one of those in one. So like, they say that shit every other word, bro. I'm telling you.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Because we talked to someone in our business class. He was from Australia, and he's like, "Yeah, I just like wrestled a snake."
Yeah.
He like
Yeah, I
wrestled
don't know
like a
about all
poisonous
that.
snake. He's like, "Yeah, I wasn't scared at all. I just like grabbed it."
Like are people
Yeah.
people out there are weird.
Are people in Australia like that? Just they don't care.
I mean, some of them, yeah. Like, some of them are like that, but
Great question.
I don't do snakes, bro. So like, I'll never do
I
that.
hate
Hell no.
snakes. Hate snakes.
Hate them. I hate them.
So speaking of you and
Hey.
Bonzi playing overseas. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I go ahead.
No, we
bro.
were just
Okay.
expressing our hatred
Gotcha.
towards the worst creature ever.
Yeah, so speaking all right, I'll continue my question now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So speaking of for the fourth time now. So speaking of you and Bonzi playing overseas, when we interviewed him, he said he has you cooked one-on-one. Like, can you respond?
Nah, I got him. Back in the day, he would get me, like, for sure. But I think if we played today, yeah, I got
I think you're looking a little bigger than him too. How much do you bench?
him. Not a lot. They do kilos here, so I don't even know what that is in pounds.
Oh, I do. It's like times 2.2.
No, yeah, it is times 2.2. I'll do the math. What's
Nice
your
try
kilos?
dodging that one.
What's your kilos?
All right, so we would do like 110 kilos.
Okay, so that's like 225.
242.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
probably
not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that more times than I'm probably doing that like 2 or 3 times. So nothing crazy.
That's more than Bonzi.
That is more than
What's
Bonzi.
Bonzi doing?
Bonzi said his one rep was 215.
Well, he's got those long ass arms.
True. He has like a 7-foot wingspan at like 6'5".
Yeah.
Fix it. Be stronger.
Get better.
That's the only
Facts.
answer. That's the only answer.
So from what I understand, you were originally committed to Florida, but with Billy Donovan leaving, that like swayed you to ND. You had a lot from other places, but what ended up making you choose Notre Dame?
Yeah, I mean, just it's cliche, but best of both worlds, like on and off the floor, crazy academic school, and then Coach Bray kind of came talking, and he's the man. His pitch was super cool, like just kind of down to earth, and I really respected that. So that's yeah, man, I loved my time at Notre Dame, and wouldn't change it for a thing.
That's a good answer.
It is a good answer. We've had on a couple basketball commits, and they say pretty much the same thing like Bray, just like his pitch and like the culture there is like what hooked them pretty much.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, and he was the same guy that recruited me. Like, I think a lot of coaches will switch up on you and like they'll recruit you some way just to get you to their school, and the next thing you know, they're not talking to you, or you can't go into their office. And Coach Bray was the exact opposite. Like, he was the same dude. So that's something I really respect.
That's critical in like building a good team. That's very critical.
All right, Eric has another question for you.
Yeah, you want to join our bracket group?
What you guys got going on? Like, what's the
we got
deal?
A bracket group sponsor. We got a little cash involved.
Yeah, so if you go on ESPN Tournament Challenge.
Hey, we may seem like we're kind of legit. Like, we have sponsors and stuff.
We have
you guys got winning?
I have Illinois.
I have Illinois as well.
I have Gonzaga.
Eric is so high on Gonzaga every year.
I'm high on Gonzaga too.
Yeah, they're insane.
Interview's over. Cut the cameras.
They hate Gonzaga. I'm high on them.
You're high?
No, not not what I said.
Allegedly.
Nah, dude. I mean, I haven't been like keeping too up with college hoops, but the games I've seen Gonzaga, they look good, man. Like, obviously well coached. They got that guard who's a baller, so I think they'll do it.
Yeah, if you want in our bracket group, you got it.
ESPN Tournament Challenge, Bootleg Space
Don't give out the
Sports.
password.
I'm not. Is the group name. If you want to join, it's only $5. You can.
Well, we'll give you a free entry.
Yeah, we'll give you free entry. We'll give you free entry.
And I'll send you the link.
Man, y'all my boys. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That just filled my heart more than you could ever imagine.
But yeah, Eric has won the tournament challenge the last 2 years that we've done it. So freshman, sophomore year, he won it. Does not shut up about it ever. Literally ever.
I'm surprised he didn't tell you in the question.
He's like, yeah, I'm analytics. Everything I do is based off stats and facts. Like, I have no fun picking. I just look at every statistic ever.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I guess.
That was so cringy.
How do you make your bracket? Is it just like gut feeling like, oh, I love this 15 over this 2? Or do you like, okay, I'm going to look at all these like defensive efficiency, like PER?
I picked Iona over Bama. And just because of like Pitino, and obviously he's the man. So
I hate Rick Pitino.
You got it done though.
He's a terrible human being. He's a terrible human being.
Yeah, but he got it done. And he's going to get it done.
John Mooney, no morals, no ethics.
Nah, but I just kind of do, like, I don't really look at the analytics or anything. Kind of just go with the gut.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got kind of caught up a little bit making this one in like 3-point percentage, but then I was like, you know what? This is boring.
Back to my roots.
Exactly. Back to like my 8-year-old self picking Notre Dame to win it all because I loved Notre Dame.
Yeah, I used to have them going so far every year.
Every single year.
So, speaking of your time at Notre Dame, I don't think I have to tell you that like there's some serious juggernauts in the ACC. But like, who did you consider to be your biggest rival at your time there?
We always had like some really good games against Syracuse.
Cuse is always good for no reason.
Yeah, they're always good, but like we would play at their place and we would win close, and they would come to us and they would win close. Like, there was always some really close games. Yeah, I mean, that's probably and when like the guys were fired up, like last year, TJ Gibbs and Joe Girard are getting into it. So, no, I was like always a fun game to play.
I was gonna ask something. It was on the top of my head. I was gonna ask it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. Oh, I got you. So Duke is not in the tournament this year. This is your time now to freely just on Duke. Go for it.
Dude, nah, I mean, like
Wow.
my 4 years, I never beat them. So that was definitely a big, like, really wanted to beat them, never could. In all seriousness, like, they're good, man. Like, there's nothing much else to say. Like, they're good.
Okay. Random question. I'm the baseball guy of the group.
No, stop.
Who's your favorite baseball team? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
He always brings baseball into this, and nobody likes baseball.
Do you like baseball, John?
I mean, I do. I don't really follow it, but I do.
Who's your favorite team? Who's your team?
The Indians. My pal's from Cleveland.
Okay.
Go Tribe.
Oh, so you're a Midwest guy.
Yeah,
Kind
by
of.
default.
I mess with that.
March 1st, 3-1. Just remember that.
What does
Okay.
that mean?
They blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series with the Cubs.
Oh,
You didn't get it.
They did.
Yep. That was the best day of my life. Okay. Obviously every team, like coming back like down to earth a little bit. Obviously every team needs a strong and vocal leader. You had the chance to be that leader, being named team captain back in 2018 for the 18-19 season. What were some of the main things you wanted to enforce in order to lead the team the way it needed to be led? Like we talked to Bonzi about this a little bit
good
too.
question.
Thank you. Talked to Bonzi a little bit.
That's a
little bit
fire
about this
question.
too.
That's a good question.
That was
Um,
like a big J question.
Thank you. I just want to get your take on it.
That's like a serious question too. I like it.
The
Thank
first
you.
one today.
Ever.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a guy who's gonna come in and, like, give these speeches or, yell and scream like that. That's never me. So I would always kind of just go in and just do my job. I would try to get to know, like, my teammates and stuff and see, maybe if a guy is struggling with a play or some play style, like if it's a younger guy, just come in and just tell him that I was there, like in your shoes. My freshman year, my sophomore year, like, I wasn't really playing. I was struggling, and just tell him, like, keep working and stuff. So I'll never be all, like, in your face, screaming and, giving all these motivational speeches. Just kind of come in, do my job, lead by example, and help the younger guys out if I needed to.
Were you and another senior like good cop, bad cop?
I mean, TJ, he would scream and stuff and get on guys. So
That's on par.
Yeah.
I don't have any more questions.
Well, I think Eric has one more. I think.
I do have one more. How you doing, man?
Is that it?
No, I was just curious. How you
Oh,
doing?
because he asks.
Every time we have girls on, he just asks like how they're doing.
Well,
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I want to ask you how you're doing too. How you doing?
Dude, I'm fantastic.
Good to hear.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wait, one more. So obviously the 2020 season, your guys' tournament odds looked a little grim, but a couple more wins and who knows. How did you guys react to, like, the world basically collapsing and then the season ending?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy, man. It was like, I thought we were playing well, and that last, like, month or two, we were rolling. I think we won like 7 of 10 games or something. So we were playing well.
You were hot. You were hot.
We were hot. Beat BC pretty good. So we were feeling good. We're going into play Virginia, and I thought, we obviously played Virginia that year. We lost by 1 at their place, and I thought that a lot of that was because of their crowd, like, giving them momentum and everything. We were going to go in, play with no fans, so we were feeling good. We thought we could have beat them, and then, if we beat them, who knows what happens? And yeah, I mean, it was just crazy to have it end, without playing a game. So, I mean, it is what it is. Can't really dwell on it, but it sucked at the time.
How was that playing without fans?
We were gonna play with no fans, but, like, the game we played BC, we were fans and everything was normal. And then they told us that night, like, yeah, you're playing Virginia tomorrow, but there's gonna be no fans. So we were cool with it, but
This is
happened.
kind of my take on everything. So in a practice, you guys are shooting in an open gym and you're getting your stroke down. And usually a lot of guys shoot better in practice than in game. Like, do you think that would have been kind of the same thing, or do you think the depth perception would have been a little off? Because I know like a lot of guys talked about in the bubble that, like, it was just completely weird shooting in an empty gym, but it was like you guys do it at practice all the time. So I didn't know, like, how that played out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about shooting per se. Like, yeah, maybe if there's no fans, obviously it's a little different, but I would say just like the energy in the gym is obviously so much different. A lot of guys really feed off of the crowd, and that can give some guys an extra boost, or, like, people can freak out if it's a big crowd and they can be in their pants a little bit. So I would say, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a big difference with no fans. So it's just crazy how they could do a whole season like that.
Yeah,
with what they're doing now.
So, John, I gotta congratulate you. So we did an award show back in December, and you were nominated for Athlete of the Year, who we have tentative plans to interview, but are waiting for confirmation on of the year award. You and Braxton Cave, and unfortunately, you did lose out to Braxton Cave. But I want to congratulate you for being nominated.
You were a nominee, yeah. And eventually, we
Hey.
actually did get both.
We
of
got
you
both
on.
of them. This is a big.
Hey,
day
I
for us.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm honored.
As you should be.
I think we are more honored.
No,
No.
to get a Bootleg Sports Award
Okay,
nomination.
that's kind of like that's top tier.
Yeah.
Like you have
Facts.
playing at Notre Dame, playing in Australia, Bootleg Sports Award nomination.
Yeah.
Facts.
And then imagine if you won it. Would have been like.
It'd been way up there.
Yeah.
Put everything to shame.
Yeah. But no, seriously, John, before you go, I just wanted to say thank you. Like, honestly, it was such a cool experience seeing you develop like over the 4 years, and teared up a little bit at your senior night speech. I got to be honest. But, and for that, like, I have a special place in my heart for the back to the basket bigs. And for that reason, you've always been my favorite player ever. So thanks for taking some time to talk to us, mate, today, man. It's been amazing.
Yeah, thanks so much,
Man,
John.
I appreciate it. Let me know if I can come on again.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so
yeah.
yeah, you're actually a friend of the program now, so you're like required to come on whenever we ask.
Yeah, and we'll reach out to K Love, see if he can get you a contract with the Cavs if you want to ever leave Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Caleb, my homie?
Yeah, your homie K Love.
Yeah.
We'll reach out for
Homies
him.
by association now.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's how we
You know,
roll.
it's
All
like
right,
John Mooney,
boys.
that's my homie, and
That's-
then K-Love's his homie.
So by the transitive property, by the homie theory,
Yeah.
we are not homies.
Yeah.
Dude, we're all homies.
Exactly.
homies.
That's so sick.
But no, thanks, John. Seriously, man, it was such an honor.
Have a great one,
All
John.
right, boys.
Thank you,
No,
man.
thanks for having me.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Take care.
Take care.